Hey, what's up, YouTubers? The Digital, I'm back with another video, and today I'm going to show you how to make a cool World of Warcraft themed intro. So let's get started. Before I begin, I would like to thank the person that gave me the idea. This person right here. Great idea. And I responded with, that is very possible. And I'm doing it right now, 5 hours after the comment. Sorry, I wasn't online. Let's get started. Now I did make it, but I don't know where it went, but it's okay. It looks acceptable. Maybe it's in my recycling bin. Where did it go? Right over here. Let's check this out. It looks something like this, but it looks a little bit better. We're gonna change it up a bit. I don't like this at all. It's like Caesar inducing. I like the particle effects over here, but I was thinking about changing it with flames, but I didn't. I didn't do it. All the links to stuff that you will need will be in the description below. You will need this file over here, which comes in a WinRAR folder right over here. And this is actually part of one of my older videos. It's called like an explosive intro in Sony Vegas. That is in there. But I will put the links in the description. You also need two images. This one right over here. This is a great image that I found. I'll put the link in the description. Also, you will need something like so. What I did was I searched up on Google Images ancient wallpaper, as you can see on the top left, and I got this. This works out good. You could also download this. This will be in the description. Yeah, let's get started. First things first, we're gonna have to put on our background. Before I begin, these are my settings right over here. La 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 la. You guys see all of them? Okay. Let's get started. Let's put a new video track. So Control Shift Q. Wabam. And let's pull in our wallpaper like so. Make this about I don't know. I have no idea. 17 seconds, I guess. There you go. Now right click on this and go to properties, because you don't want these black lines over here. Maintain aspect ratio and then disable resample. I hate resample. Well, bam, there you go. Now it's the full screen. Then I went to video effects and I went down to, I believe, light rays. Now if I can just find that, that would be fantastic. The reason I'm going so fast is because I have limited battery power, 55 minutes, and this intro took me a while. Trust me, I knows this informations. Okay, I'm trying to figure out which one I chose. I don't exactly remember. I'm pretty sure it's Spotlight with Feather. Yep, this is definitely the one. I brought it up to the very top of it, and then I increased everything, like wabam, and then like this, like so. You want it to make it look like there's a light coming from the top. Feather it out a bunch, and then pull it out a little bit more, like so. Decrease the sensitivity and also the strength. Make it bigger, bigger. Just play around with it until you get something that you like. The reason I don't make specific settings is because everyone intros should be different. I don't like putting templates in videos because that's not your work, you jerk. Let's just keep on adjusting these until we get the nice like dark around here and just a little bit of light over here, just enough to see the background. And increase that a little bit too, and that looks good. Now we're gonna go to color curves and change up some coloring on this, because that's what we do. This is a very interesting tool. It makes the brights brighter and the darks darker. So if we pull this up, as you can see, this is getting brighter, and if we pull this down, it gets darker. I like the darker. So let's pull this down a little bit, like so, and that I like. I like the way this is going. Good. So if you press Control Shift Q, you will make another video track. And now you can edit this a little bit more. Something that I did was I added some defocus. Put that in there. Not too much, because I really didn't want you to see the cave paintings. I don't know. I wanted it to be a little bit blurred. Well, bam. There you go. That was alright. That looks acceptable, if I may say so myself. Now I want to work on the text. Now the text took me a while. There's also a different font that I'm using that will also be in the description below. Insert text media, and let's type in our text. The digital rhino. Well, bam. And what I'm using is Burning Wrath. So if we go over here and find that font, it's right over here, Burning Wrath. Click that. This is what it looks like. I was trying to find a font for World of Warcraft. I couldn't find it. This was the closest thing I could find. So I'm just going to use this. Let's go to 20. Let's go a little bit less. Let's go to 18. That's good. Change it to any color you want. But what I would recommend is to change it something close to yellow because that's what our background is going to be. But you can change the color of the background with. Sorry, I was checking my mic was on. This would really suck if it wasn't. You could change the background color by using color curves again. But I think I'm going to keep it the same. So I'm going to add a little bit of. Let's see. I kind of want. Ooh, that was a nice color. Where was that? Where was that? This is a nice color. I like the way this is going. This is good. I'm going to lower the visibility a little bit. This is the visibility one because I'm going to do something. I like the way how it looks a little bit darker like this. It kind of looks like, I think it was called Burning Crusade. Yes. You can make it red. I think that's for Horde. And I think blue is Alliance. I'm pretty sure. Now, if you have Sony Vegas Pro 8, there's already an option for outline to feather it out. And that makes the background foggy. But for like Sony Vegas Pro 11 and 12, they removed this option. I have no idea why. It was such an awesome option. But you can still do the same thing with trick with shadows. So let's go to shadows. Click the color. Click this thing right over here. This takes a sample of this color over here, and just make sure you dip a sample. Well, bam, you dipped a sample. Good job. Now put 0 on your offset for X and Y. So wabam, and voila. Now click Enable Shadow, and it's going to have a shadow directly in the background like this. And as you can see, this looks nice right now. But if you want to blur it out a little bit to make it a lot more whiter, that's also possible like so. I don't want it that wide, but I want it reasonably like this. I like the way this is looking. Voila, that looks beautiful. Let's extend this out all the way because we went in the whole intro. This is only the ending part of the intro too, just like the what big bam part. Now that we have this is pretty much all that oh no, I'm forgetting about the optical flares. I'm just kidding. I really wanted to not use anything from Sony Vegas. I did use some not Sony Vegas, from After Effects. But that's in the file that I gave you. So if you go to Lens Flare and go to Sunburst and you go on top of that, like that, it adds this really nice shiny effect to it. If we go to Position and right over, oh, that looks really good. Okay, now let's drag it out all the way to the end. Just put it right below a little bit your text so it could be like glaring off of it. It's gonna look nice. Now that we have this, click this animate tool right over here. Drag it all the way out. Click on this again. And just drag it across your screen like a pro. Just drag it across. Drag it across. There you go. Now this actually animates the whole timeline. So, excuse me, but I'm gonna have to lower the resolution because this process is just killing my computer. If you go forward now, as you can see right over here, the text is getting all shiny and glaring. It makes it look nice, shiny, and glossy, as you can see over there. Maybe if I go to full best, you can see it again. Yeah, there you go. You can't see it. It looks really nice. I like the way this is looking. It looks delicious. Yep. Now click Control-Shift-Q again. Control-Shift-Q. And let's bring in our image, our logo. Voila! Drag this beneath the text, so just click this, drag it. Voila! That looks cool. Do not drag the image. Here, click Pan Crop on this. Make sure this is both selected. And then drag it out a little bit until you have it in the size that you want it. Preferably the size of your text or something close to that. This is good. I'm going to make my text actually a little bit smaller. So go to Pan Crop for my text, for me only. And just drag it out to make the text smaller. And do not move the text. No, sorry. Move the text. Do not move the logo. Because the logo is perfectly centered. The text is not. So just click in the middle and drag it slowly up. This you're going to have to do by eye. So, oh, oh snap, too much. That is perfect. Uh, perfect fit. Yes. Um, there you go. So remember, do not move the logo because the logo is perfectly centered, but you can move the text. Now the text is kind of like how World of Warcraft is set up. Um, yeah, you can of course change the color of the text or anything, and you can also change the color of the background over here. So if we go to color corrector right over here, go to this. Uh, I'm not very, I'm not good. I'm not good with color correcting. Uh, you could color correct this, but I like the way it is right now because it's really crisp like this. Oops. It's really crisp like this. And I like that. I like that a lot. Now that we have this, Control Shift Q again to add another video track. And now you want to add whatever is going to be in the bottom, right over here. So, insert text. I don't know what to add. Huh, never happened to me before. Presents. Okay. Put this in the same font. You can have it in a different font if you want, but I like to keep everything like together. So there you go, presents, and lower this down to smaller than the digital rhino part for me. And you can change the color of the same thing, but you don't have to. I'm going to change it into the same color. Actually, I don't know if I should or not. Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna leave it white because that's how I roll. Change it back to white. There you go. Text is white. Is that white? Is it? Yeah. Okay, it's white. Um, don't drag it up. Put it in the center because we want the text to come in at the middle, like this. Go to pan cropped and adjust it to the proper position. As you can probably tell, the text is a bit too big, so I'm just going to drag out the pan cropped. It's very important that you have these two selected, because if you don't, you're going to mess up. It's going to suck. It happened to me a lot. Make it more smaller. Okay, there you go. Perfecto. This is looking nice. I like the way this is going. Now we want to bring in the text, and what I did was I made it come in with like light rays in the background. So if we go to the light rays, right over here, click any of these colors. I'm gonna go with yellow just to change stuff up. And as you can see, it turns completely black. Now, if you just drag this a little bit down, the text should. Okay, there you go. Make sure it's centered and the light is coming straight to the screen or where you are. Lower this stuff over here. Lower this a little bit more. We don't want it too bright. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. Lower the radius and the x-axis like so. Actually, increase that a little bit. Okay, there you go. That's perfect. Drag it all the way to the end where you can no longer see it. Like so. And then click animate. And halfway through the timeline, click on this like so, and use the arrow keys to drag it to the right. This provides like a stable looking animation. And try to drag it back in the middle to the best of your ability. And after that, just a couple of milliseconds, increase the Y and the X radius. Now what this does is, I think I did it right. What this does is that, look, it floats around like a weirdo. Like so. It comes in like this, and it goes all the way out, and then it just bursts. And this looks nice. I like the way this is looking. And there you go. Oh, what I forgot to do. I forgot to do the same thing that I did in the bottom, the digital rhino part, and that is the shadow part. You don't have to do this, but I like doing it a lot. So, I'm going to do it again. Wabam. Wabam. Let's do it yellow. 0, 0. Wabam. Enable shadow. That's gonna add like a nice glow in the background. It's gonna make it a lot more shiny. Increase the radius, not the radius, sorry, the blur, the shadow blur. And there you go. This is looking good, but we are not done. We gotta add some cool looking stuff now, guys. Come on, cool looking stuff. Now I'm gonna adjust this to when the light shines into it because I don't want it to look weird. Because looking weird is not the best thing, guys. Get your head in the game. Get your head in. Okay, there you go. So now the text is just gonna fade in like so. It's gonna be a quick fade in, and then the light's just gonna start coming in like so. Well, bam. Now we gotta add some smoke and stuff. So Control Shift Q, like so. Go to Explore tab. Open the file that I asked you to download. There's no viruses. I made the file myself because I am pro. Go to Dust. Put that in here. Just click yes. Doesn't matter. Make sure you click Add. Now go on the end of the clip and hold down Control and press the left button on your mouse, the normal button, and drag it all the way down. This speeds up the particles. The particles before this were actually really slow, and I want them to be in front of the text, so this is fine. You can't adjust the colors. I actually encourage you to adjust the colors because this is just plain white, and plain white is pretty boring. So just go to default on color corrector and put it on there. Change to whatever you want. None of my beeswax. What does this look like? No, you know, I want red. Oh, that looks cool. So I mixed, it looks orange. I mixed the yellow and red, and this is what it looks like. I like it. It looks good. Now if we watch it, this is terribly laggy. Preview auto. Let's go. As you can see, the particles come in nice and cool looking, and I'm liking the way this is looking. And now I also want some smoke, so Control Shift Q. Now again, I also provided you guys with smoke right over here, and go like so. Now the smoke, as you probably noticed by now, is not long enough. So the footage was actually supposed to be exactly 12 seconds. That is okay. Go down to this, hit Control again, and drag it a little bit more. Now it's even faster. Let's drag everything to match up with the first line. This is a very common mistake that happens a lot when you're editing videos. That some of the footage is not matched up and you want the whole thing in it. So let's just, there you go. Everything's timed up well. Now go to your smoke and put add on it again. What add does is it removes the background blackness. It's really good. Now go to video effects and change the color again to whatever you want. Well, you could have it white too, but I don't like white colored stuff. Guys, come on. Now I'm gonna add, this is a really nice color right now. I like this, and it's a little bit too noticeable, so I'm gonna lower the opacity this much. This is good opacity. Opacity, you could lower it by going on top of your clip and lowering that like so. Now I want to duplicate this, so right click on it and click duplicate track right over here. The reason I want to do this is because the smoke is only coming from the left side, and I also want it to come from the right side. So to change that up, I'm going to go to the pan crop on one of the smokes like so, and I'm going to make sure these are unselected, so like so. And I'm going to turn this F around, so like this. And there you go, the F is backwards. Now smoke is coming on from both edges. And now I want this smoke, I don't know where I want it. This looks good. I swear last time I had it somewhere else though. This is looking good. This is looking fabulous. Am I right? I am right. Okay. Now what we also want to add is the optical flare up on top. Now Control Shift Q once again, and go to Explore, and I think it's the first optical flare 1. Put that in like so. Bam. And now it's not long enough. That's okay. I don't want to shorten everything else for this clip because this flickers too fast. So if you click Control on this and you drag it out again, then it slows down. So it's like the backwards. If you shrink it, it goes faster. You know, you get the point. Um, Now I want it to be shining in this globe over here. I can't change the I'll make sure these two are selected. I can't change the lighting color. I can do this. It is in my arsenal. Am I go okay, there you go. Now I couldn't make an optical flare all the way like circular, cause here I'll try. Let's zoom in as much as we can without ruining the resolution. That is definitely close enough. Center it to the best of your ability. I'm terrible with centering. This isn't even that well centered. This is fine though. You can't change the color, but I think green is looking nice with this. So if we watch this in slow-mo, if we can, the light flickers like a lot, and this looks nice. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it looks fabulous. Also, we want to add a light in the bottom, like an optical flare, where all this is coming from, all the colorful dust. So Control Shift Q, and I think it's optical flare 3. Just use this like that, and that is a light in the bottom. So just add this also, and lower the opacity because this is way too bright for what I need. So just maybe like halfway, more than halfway, a little bit more. That's good. So I'm gonna put this underneath my smoke. So right over here, and the way you do that is that you go to it, you hold the track, and you drag it down to where you want it, and I want it right there. Perfect. Now it's behind the smoke, and the smoke is having an effect on it. Now I also want to put this behind the smoke, this light over here, because the smoke is gonna go over it, and I want to do that because that's how I roll. So just drag that, the same thing as the other image, the bottom light, and now it's below it. And this is completed, guys. That's pretty much all. I'm sorry I went so fast. It's because my battery on my laptop. Yeah, that's pretty much all. You can't change the color of everything here, remember, with color corrector. Yes, that is pretty much all. If you guys enjoyed this, please make sure to subscribe. Subscribing is always good. That's pretty much it. Thank you for watching, guys. Goodbye.